to a country. We don't take an oath to a tribe. We don't take an oath to a religion. We don't take an oath to a king or a queen or to a tyrant or a dictator. And we don't take an oath to a wannabe dictator. We don't take an oath to an individual. We take an oath to the Constitution, and we take an oath to the idea that it's America, and we're willing to die to protect it. Every soldier, sailor, airman, Marine, Guardian, and Coast Guardsman, each of us commits our very life to protect and defend that document, regardless of personal price.
This is General Mark Milley, the outgoing chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the nation's highest-ranking military official, during a ceremony honoring his departure from the role. And it doesn't take a whole lot of brain power to figure out who he's referring to here. And I would presume that this statement comes at least in part in response to Donald Trump's decision to publicly attack General Milley, likely owed to the fact that he's a witness in the D.C. case against him. Trump had taken to Truth Social, writing, "Mark Milley, who had led perhaps the most embarrassing moment in American history with his grossly incompetent implementation of the withdrawal from Afghanistan, costing many lives, leaving behind hundreds of American citizens, and handing over billions of dollars of the finest military equipment ever made, will be leaving the military next week. This will be a time for all citizens of the USA to celebrate. This guy turned out to be a woke train wreck who, if the fake news reporting is correct, was actually dealing with China to give them a heads up on the thinking of the President of the United States. This is an act so egregious that, in times gone by, the punishment would have been death. A war between China and the United States could have been the result of this treasonous act, to be continued." So you've got the current frontrunner for the Republican nomination for president threatening death against the nation's top military general who he appointed to the role, all because he wants to intimidate him into not testifying against him in Trump's upcoming D.C. trial. And of course, because this is Trump we're talking about here, that move will likely only have the opposite effect. Here's Glenn Kirshner during a recent episode of The Legal Breakdown discussing the legal ramifications for Trump